Hey, everybody, and welcome to episode number 36 of the Chris Rose Rotation, a production of JOMBOY Media. We welcome back our lone position player in the rotation, Miguel Rojas, who I thought played for the Miami Marlins, but he is spotting, or at least sporting, a different lid today. What do you got?
So this is a South Beach edition of the Jumbo Shrimp, our AAA affiliate.
Yes.
I just went there, and I was about to play a game in these awesome hats, and start raining. So we got rained out my first rehab game. So, but I mean, I'm happy that I'm back to the Miami Marlins and healthy now.
Yes, but let's talk about the experience. First of all, the lids in the minor leagues are so much better than the major leagues, just because they're hilarious looking.
Yeah, and they have a lot of variety, like they have like colors for everything,
Mm-hmm.
They have like blue and red jersey, they have a whole red jersey, and they have so much like fun with the uniforms and stuff because they put it on the store and the people likes to buy it. And I think Jacksonville is a sneaky, really good city to play for a AAA team,
Mm-hmm.
The field is being packed since they allowed 100% of the capacity. And I think they're doing a really good job over there. But I mean, I have fun. I enjoy my time there. A couple of days with the guys, checking on the minor league system too. Like checking on the guys that the Marlins are working on to bring up some point this year and hopefully in the future. But yeah, I feel like they have a lot of fun with the uniforms.
Okay, so whenever a major leaguer goes on a rehab assignment, it's a big deal for the minor leaguers, because they're like, hey,
Yeah.
that's what we want to be. So did guys come up to you? Did they pick your brain? What is that experience like?
Yeah, it's kind of easy, but it's a big deal for a big leaguer to go down there and show the way that you prepare, the way that you take care of your body. I mean, everybody knows that you're there for a reason to get back on the field and trying to get back to the big leagues. But at the same time, you have to like leave a good impression, for the boys. In one aspect, in the aspect of getting to the ballpark, do your job, not trying to big league anybody. I'm here. I'm the everyday shortstop in the big leagues. That's not the way to do it. Like you have to go out there and kind of be the same that you were in the big leagues, because that's the only way that you can show them that you're going to be prepared for them. And you have to respect that they're working there, and there's the big level is a big level for them, like for them, like if you go play in low A, you have to respect the players that are playing there, and they're fighting for their way up to the big leagues. So for me, it's a big deal, not just for the players down there, but for the big leaguer coming down to rehab and respect that level of playing field that they have at the moment. But yeah, a lot of guys ask you questions, ask you about what are you looking against this guy, how you prepare, what is your routine in the cage, what you do before the games, and they watch, like they're seeing you going through your through your routines, and they kind of get something out of that.
That's awesome. Was there a guy do you remember when you were coming up, whether it was through the Reds or the Dodgers minor league system, where a big name came down for a rehab assignment? You were like, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Joy Battle. Joy. I don't know. I don't really even remember the year. I think it was 2009. I don't know what was his problem at the time or his injury, but he went down to Dayton, Ohio. So I was playing in low A. Can you imagine low A? And I seen Joy Battle playing with us over there for like 5 games. It was like a long stand because he was coming back after a long time. And I mean, it was MVP Joy Battle at the time, like it was in between those years, like late, early 2010 or 2009 or something like that. And I mean, seeing a figure like that playing with you in the same field, and you got to talk to him a little bit and seeing how he goes about it. And the best thing about it was the spread.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
everybody talks about the spread. It's when the major league guys come down and do you remember what he got you?
Yeah, I mean, a bunch of steakhouse places for after the game. I think he put a food like for like after practice. in the minor leagues, especially in the lower levels, you don't really have like food for like after BP, like before BP. You have to come to the ballpark and you have already eat lunch, because I mean, they don't have lunch for you at the ballpark.
Right.
Then you have this little like snack session or whatever that you make your like peanut butter and jelly, or eat a banana with some peanut butter or honey or whatever, and or you get something from the stands if you have enough money. But Joy was the one like putting up a plate of food before the game after BP, and that was amazing, like Chipotle or something like that, and it was really cool. I remember those times.
So wait a second. You just told me you went into the stands for food as a minor leaguer?
Yeah. Sometimes, when they open the concession stores, you when you well, like myself, like when I have enough money to go out there and get like chinky fingers or a hot dog or a burger or something like that, I will go and get some. If other than that, it's just a peanut butter and sandwich or whatever you made at home, and you take some leftovers to the ballpark and eat before the game.
Dude,
Whatever.
that's not exactly like the lunch of champions. A hot dog or some chicken. What are you, 6?
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes you seen some things in the minor leagues that, I mean, you have to live it, so you can explain to the people how challenging and hard it is to get to the big leagues and enjoying being in this position. Because in the minors, it goes from buying in McDonald's, buying like 4 or 5 Mac chicken or McDonald's, and then you eat 2 for lunch, and then you save the other 2 for after practice, and not everybody is, I mean, we're in the same sport, but we're not in the same levels,
No.
So guys who sign for a lot of money, guys who sign for like less money, or guys who sign for a lot of money, but they have to give it all to the family because they're coming from a really like kind of down class size
An impoverished area, right?
Panama, Puerto Rico, Colombia. You never know. And so for everybody, it's a blessed to be a professional baseball player, but it's not ideal sometimes when you go to the minors and you don't get enough money and you have to pay for rent, you have to pay your phone bill, you have to pay for a lot of things. And so sometimes it's that way.
What'd you sign for? Do you remember?
Yeah, I signed for $15,000 when I was 16 years old. So
well, that ain't bad when you're 16.
Yeah, I mean the thing is, like, I didn't see that money until like I was 18, because when I was 16, I didn't want to have that money on my account. And remember, like, I have family back in Venezuela, and I count with my mom that she was so great with managing that money. So she didn't just give it to me and, hey, do whatever you want with this $15,000. And remember, like, sometimes when I got that money, I wasn't in the United States. I was playing in Venezuelan Summer League. So I didn't come to the United States until 2 years. So I have to change that money into my money in Venezuela. So it's not worth the same. But I mean, it was worth it, man. Worth it. Every penny, every little sacrifice, every little thing that I did to make it.
And I imagine that your little trip back to the minor leagues makes you appreciate every day. But you're a guy that appreciates everything. It's never lost on you. You can hear it in your tone every time you tell a story. You're always appreciative, but it is nice to just kind of get a little bit of a wake up call
sometimes. Oh, definitely. And especially when you, and it's not just a wake up call. It's like a back to reality kind of thing, like, enjoy where you are because where you're coming from. It's sometimes it's really hard. It's really easy to adjust to a major league baseball life, and the lifestyle here is different than when you play in the minors, because I mean, everybody is trying to taking care of you. I'm going to places here in Miami and I don't pay for food just because, like, they want to take a picture with you and they want to.
I'm going to hang with you.
And they want to. They want you in their place. I'm not talking about big places. I'm talking about like little places that I find for Venezuelan food, and they know from from Venezuela, and these people are so kind to say, hey, you're part of the family, come here whenever you want, whatever, just for you to just because you was there. Now you go back to the minors and you just want to give a little bit of this life to the minor leaguers, at least for 2 days, That's why you go down there, you buy a spread, you spend time with them. It's more important to spend a little bit more of time with them, have a beer with the team after the game, than buying a big spread and you're not there,
Absolutely. You're passing on your knowledge, my friend. By the way, once again, for those of you on the visual side, Miggy's wearing the Jumbo Shrimp hat. I'm wearing a minor league hat today as well. These are the Amarillo Sod Poodles. It's the Double-A affiliate of the Arizona Diamondbacks. You're giving me a quizzical look. Yeah. See? Kind of fresh.
I mean, that's an amazing hat. I thought it was like from Leeds or something like that. And, some kind of.
So, if people want to find out a little more information, it's going to be on our Instagram page, and it'll be out there on JOMBOY Media. I want to try and start giving these minor league teams some promotion. So I want them to start sending hats so that we can tell people about all the great, all the great items you could get. Because
by the way, that was a great picture of you and your family on Father's Day. Happy Father's Day.
Thank you. You as well. Because with the Rose rotation. See, you're representing. That's what you always do.
That picture was amazing. So
it was funny because we hadn't taken a family photo. Our oldest son, Josh, lives in San Diego. We hadn't taken a family photo in a while. And so I was like, okay, let's do it. And Michelle was like, let's do it in front of the pool table. She's like, have one of the boys get on the pool table. I was like, no, you get on the pool table. Let's see you on the pool table. And, Mrs. Rose is a smoke show anyway.
I know. That was an amazing picture.
I appreciate it. I hope you had a nice Father's Day. First time as a father of two for you, by the way.
It was amazing. The only thing is, I was in Chicago playing, and I got back, and the kids were already sleeping when I got to Miami. But it was nice because the next day, as soon as my son woke up, he ran, and he's in a little summer school right now, and he brought me like a little car with the new colors of the Marlins. We wearing that jersey tonight again with the hats, the City Connect jerseys. So he drew me with a glove on my hand and the colors of the new hat. So it was really good. And I messaged,
the best, man.
Daddy, I like to play with you. That's good.
It's enough to make you cry, dude.
Well, yeah. The thing is, like, I really enjoy and I find joy on those moments. That was pretty cool. I love my son so much.
I love that. You have made no bones about it that you want to stay a Miami Marlin. Miguel, the hard truth is you guys are not playing well right now, right? And I appreciate your honesty and willingness to come on the show and share this. There's a possibility you guys are going to get traded soon if you don't turn it around. You guys know that.
Yep.
People would love to have a great dude in the clubhouse who can pick it at short, who can hit, and who can be a leader. And I'm talking about you. Have you thought about the possibility that you could get traded?
To be honest with you, I don't like to get involved too much because that creates extra pressure, because the game already have is pressure. You always gonna have your up and downs, and that always gonna be part of the game. For me, if I stay connected with my group, with my organization, with my team, whatever happens after that, I can live with, If I'm thinking about something happening, I think I'm failing to the group, because that's not my position. I'm not making those decisions, If the Miami Marlins think the best way for them to get better is trade me, go ahead and do it, because I want the best for the Miami Marlins. You know what I mean? I love this organization so much that I will do whatever it is. And I will say, I always say, I want the best for this organization, and I want this organization to be a championship one. And then if they're getting better, just getting rid of me so they can get more guys or whatever it is, more prospects, and that's gonna put them in the best position to be a championship organization, I will do that. So that's why I back up all my words. I always trying to back it up with actions. And I will give everything that I have until the last day that I play here in Miami. even when I want to be here and I want to be part of this championship run when it happens, I understand this, the business side of it, and I'm not gonna try to look so far ahead, and I'm just gonna stay focused on helping the team win and turning this thing around. We have one more month to do it.
That is amazing. It really, really is. I hope everybody's at home soaking that one in. And I appreciate your professionalism so much and you wanting the best for this organization, which I know means so much to you. Have you and your wife talked about the possibility?
Yeah, that's a hard topic because that will mean me going away from home, like remember, I'm playing in Miami and living in Miami, even when I'm from Venezuela, my house and my family is in Miami. So for me going somewhere else, it will take me away from the family and from my home, and I will have to go somewhere else to play. But remember, man, I want to win. So that's what I want to do. But I want to win here. That's the thing. Like a lot of people say, yeah, I want to out of here because I want to win. And a difference is when you're doing whatever it takes to win here. That's how you get respect. When Derek Jeter got to the big leagues with the Yankees weren't winning, and he won there with Derek Jeter and with the guys who were coming up. You know what I mean? I mean, yeah, Yankees were like always was an organization that win a lot of championships. But when Derek got there, when Bernie Williams, when like these guys were there, Mariano, Posada, and all those guys, they create something and they start winning together.
You're right.
That's what I want. I want to win here. I mean, I can want whatever I want, but that's probably not gonna happen just because I want it. We need to make it happen.
Appreciate your honesty as always, man. Good stuff. We're going to actually add another National League East shortstop, Trea Turner, to the discussion of the Washington Nationals, getting ready to join us here on the Chris Rose Rotation. We continue on with the Rose Rotation here on JOMBOY Media, and boy, it must be shortstop day in the National League East because today's guest is from the Washington Nationals, Trea Turner. Trea, thanks for joining us. How you doing, man?
Good. How are you guys?
We're good. So we're recording this in the middle of a 4-game set between the Marlins and the Nationals. Did you and Miggy have a chance to chop it up last night and talk about all the good things you're going to be talking about on the Rose Rotation?
Yeah, we talked a little bit before the game. I didn't know, I wasn't aware that he had a broken finger, and I went through the same thing. So we talked a little bit about it, and just the struggles of kind of competing with a little bit of a disadvantage. And, I got a lot of respect for him going out there and competing for his team. So it's fun playing these guys. I enjoy seeing them. And, hopefully we can have a good series.
Yeah. To be honest, man, it's been a long time now playing against Trea. I think we got to the big leagues kind of the same year. And I saw what he went through when he got the hit by pitch in 19, I think. And the first thing that I want to ask him is about the show, right? Because I want him to be ready for today. But then I want to ask him for some tips, because my finger's been, it's been just 3 weeks, and I feel that discomfort when I'm hitting, and especially when I'm catching the ball. So I have a lot of padding on my glove, but I don't have a padding on my batting glove. So the first thing that he told me, hey, pad the batting glove, like as much as you can, because it's going to help you with the vibration and all that. So thank you for that, Trea. But of course, it's going to be a great series, man.
Yep.
All right. So Trea, is my man going to get back to like hitting like normal? Like how long is that going to take? You give us the doctor prognosis on the finger.
I mean, he's a competitor. So, for me, it's not going to be good, but, it's not going to be what you're used to, I guess. Not good, but it's not going to be what you're used to. But if you can compete and you can put it behind you, you'll get through you'll get through it. I started off when I came back, it was a struggle. It was really hard. I don't recommend anybody do it. I don't want to see it. And it took me a while to adjust, but you kind of have to teach yourself how to hit with it a little bit, and not learn hitting all over again, but kind of teach yourself a little tricks here and there to make it feel better and still give you a chance in the box. And I got faith in him and to go out there and compete. And I think he had a hit last night, so he'll be good. It's just a little bit of an adjustment period.
Miggy, I think what you ought to do is I think you ought to send some mafia boss to break all the fingers of Kyle Schwarber, because just at least for the weekend, or maybe just sprain them for the weekend.
Oh, you don't want that. I don't really want that for anybody, because
no, I know, but can you tell your pitchers to stop throwing in his direction? Because
that's the thing. The thing is, like, okay, Schwarber is being put in the best position that he can be put in that lineup, so he's leading off, right? So you're gonna get good pitches to hit. You don't want this guy on base, because you got Trey behind him hitting 300. And then you got Juan Soto, and then you got the guys, the big boppers after, like Sim is having a good year. Then you have Josh Bell. He didn't even play last night. Castro is always a threat, it's tough right now because you don't want him on base. You want to pitch him, but you have to be careful. And right now, when you're hot, hey, it's fun to watch players like that. It's difficult to see like hit 2 homers against you guys and it's 4-0. Right away. So it's like a cold bath, as soon as he did that last night.
Trey, what the heck's going on with that dude?
It's unbelievable. Miggy's, right. I keep thinking, all right, they're going to walk him and they're going to pitch to me, and then I got to be ready. And so every time I get on deck, I'm like, there's no way they pitch to him. But then I'm like, man, I guess they probably don't necessarily want to face me. I don't know. They'll take their chances. I'm not sure what they're thinking, but I just try to prepare, for them to face me. And then sure enough, he gets pitched to and it seems like he hits a homer every at bat. And I can't do anything but just laugh because I'm on the on deck circle. I get to watch it from, the closest vantage point. And it's ridiculous because he's hitting everything. He's hitting fastballs, off speed, oppo homers, pull homers. And like Miggy said, he's just locked in. And I'm glad he's on my team because, I feel for the other guys. It's funny, the last few days he's had 2-3 home run games, and the pitchers are just like, what the heck? Like sometimes they make a good pitch and they're like, how did he hit that out? They're throwing balls up by his eyes and he's hitting homers up there too. But he's locked in and I'm just glad he's on our team.
He's stealing ribs from you, dude.
Oh, that's okay. That's fine with me. That's his job, not mine. Mine's just hit singles and get on base and do that stuff. He's the power guy.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel like because you're so fast that you get in the heads of pitchers when you get on first?
I'd like to think so, but I don't know. I like to think so. I'd like to, when Juan's in a 2-0 count, I'd like to think that I had some part in that, and they're worried about me and they're throwing balls, but sometimes it could just be a coincidence. But I'm gonna have to ask those guys.
Okay, Miguel, I'll ask you. Do you think he gets in the heads of pitchers because he's one of the few base stealing threats in baseball?
Well, he definitely put some pressure on them, like especially like let's say the guy last night. He's between 1.4 to 1.5 regularly, Soon as Trey got to first base in the first inning, this guy is 1.21, 1.18 or something like that. So he can run, but he's not executing his pitches. I'm seeing like the first inning, this guy is hanging breaking balls and he's throwing the ball out of the strike zone just because he want to be quicker to the plate. So for me, it's like it's that part of baseball. When you have something that you can do, you can never sleep on it. Like for me, it's like Trey. Every time he's at first base, I'm aware of like he's going. At some point he's gonna try to go, and then the pitcher sensed that too. And I told the pitcher, hey, you gotta be quick right here from the get go, because the other day Bobby Chet, we just played the Blue Jays. And he's the same way, he's looking for whatever. Like it can be the first pitch, it can be the 10th pitch that he's at first base. These guys are looking for any kind of like slowing or whatever on the pitcher. It's not like me. I have to wait for the guy to be 1.5 so I can go, because if I go 1.3, I'm going to be out. But these guys are like change the game and change the way that they pitch to the other guy, They're gonna see a lot of fastballs. They're not gonna try to bounce the ball on the dirt and all that stuff. And that's why having a guy like Trea in the lineup is important.
Trey, when did you realize that you were rocket fast?
Probably not till college. I mean, in my life, younger life, I was pretty fast as a kid, but everybody grew so much faster than me, and I was kind of a late bloomer, so I was almost like too weak to like move my legs, I guess. But when I kind of hit my growth spurt towards the end of high school, and I started working out and lifting some weights and getting a little bit stronger, I started gaining that speed back. And my freshman year of college is when I think I took a big jump in speed, in the speed sense, I guess, and stole a bunch of bases in college, and kind of realized it was a tool for me, and I try to use it whenever I can, because like Miggy's saying, it's it applies to so many things. It applies to defense, it applies to pressure on the other team, it applies to infielders on the other team, pitchers, it applies to the people behind me, how they're getting pitched. So it's always a tool I've tried to use and make sure to be smart with it, because I think it can help out a lot.
Did have guys ever challenged you, like when they were drunk back in the day, like, all right, dude, let's do a 40, right? And I'm not like 40 ounce or like 40-yard dash.
I refuse. I'm not. I'll let you win. That's fine with me.
No.
I'll let
you know
win.
how much money you could have made back in the day as a college kid doing that?
Well, I do want to run a legit 40, because don't you get like $1 million at the NFL Combine or something if you break the record or whatever it is? I don't know what it is, but I think they had a challenge recently in the last couple of years that somebody's putting on. So I wouldn't mind running a legit 40 one day before I get too old. Yeah.
Well, you had to run, I don't know how many yards this is, but it's 99. So it's 360 feet. So that's 120 yards on your first inside the park home run. Dude, the minute you kicked into stride, look at this, Miggy. So he kind of coasts there in first because he thinks maybe it got out there, and then it's afterburners on this one.
That's a fun tool to have,
Yeah, I guess.
When you run like this, I mean, I play against Trea for a long time now, but I have Starling Marte in my lineup, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Marte is the guy. So you see his numbers, right? And you see like 330, almost 330 there right now. But you see, like they're getting so many infield singles that like nobody else can get. Like that's a fun, like. I mean, I know everybody wants to hit the ball out of the ballpark or whatever, but I mean, that's something that I really value in the game, is getting on base. And Marte, even when he's struggling and he's not hitting the ball well, he's going to find ways to hit he can tell you last night he hit a ground ball to him that he was hit hard, and he needs to like come in and get that ball, because if not, Starling's going to get to first, because they're fast, and they're fast twitch is so much better than every other player. So they're going to take it easy sometimes, but having that speed, man, is different.
And Marte almost beat a ground ball out to second base last night. Jay Hay charged in and set up and routine ground ball, and it was bang bang play at first, and he had to hurry up a little bit. But that speed puts that pressure on those infielders, kind of like we're saying.
Yep.
All right. Can we get to the funniest video? I know it wasn't funny for Max Scherzer to have to go through it, but how did you not laugh the other night when he got checked 3 times and he had this look on his face?
I mean, I was kind of giggling all game a little bit, because I mean, he's a character, just the whole thing, every inning, you don't know what to expect. And the mound visit, the random checks, he's so locked in before the game. So like, everybody comes in from the bullpen for the most part, and they'll high five you and say, all right, let's go. And he walks right by everybody, goes straight down into the tunnel, and he's locked in. He's just a different guy on daisy pitches. That's how he is. So it's funny having somebody else have to deal with him and have to like get him to do something, because all he wants to do is pitch and pitch only. So rub in the head. I mean, I can't believe that actually happened, but I guess it's the world we live in now. It's the game we're playing, and we gotta roll with it. And so you gotta laugh at it, I guess.
Miggy, you're laughing, dude.
Yeah, man, I can't. I mean, you can see it, man. Like you can see it when you play against him, and he's pitching, right? He's locked in. He's trying to find everywhere to get you out. No, it doesn't have to be with stuff every time. Like he probably quit pitch you. I got mad before because he quit pitch me 2 times. But that's the way he is, man. And seeing the umpire going through his head.
You can't not laugh at that. It's so
I've been
bad.
laughing for 2 days already. Man.
Dude, I describe it as we used to get those lice checks in elementary school where they're going through your head. Yeah. And I thought they were going to find some sort of creepy crawler in there, dude.
I don't know what they found. They might have found something, but I guess it wasn't anything sticky. So we're good.
Do you feel worse for Max for having to go through it, or Alfonso Marquez, the umpire, for having to put his fingers through Max's hair, Trey?
I feel bad for Alfonso for sure. I mean, I know he doesn't want to do it, and somebody's basically making him do it, and that's 5 innings of sweat and just, oh man, I wouldn't want to be him. So I'm definitely going with Alfonso there.
Oh my God.
So what do you do as an umpire? Do you have like a little hand sanitizer on your
Hell yes.
You know, because I mean, we're not talking just coronavirus. We're talking about anything, you know, like you're rubbing someone's head when it's being like, I seen Zach Greinke when he pitched in Miami a couple years ago. He took his hat off and grabbed the rosin back and he threw it like right on his forehead, like 4 times, you know? Like, you never know what you're going to get there, you know, because in Miami, I mean, even when we have a dome, this thing can get like really humid and it's really like you sweat a lot here during the games. And this guy is like pounding the rosin back on his head. Like, you never know what you're going to find there, bro. Like, it's disgusting. I don't know. Like, they're going to have
we're going to need a hand washing station for the umpires, you know, close to fields. they can go clean up.
Dude, screw that. I'm bringing my own rubber gloves out there and keeping them in my back pocket. If a manager out there is like, please check his hair, I'd be like, yo, bro, you come with me. You check his hair and I'll tell you if I see anything. Like,
man, after these rules come up, you heard the most like ridiculous things that the pitchers might do to get an advantage, man. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like, I don't know, like putting hands in the back of their like tongue just because they will find better saliva there or something like that. It's crazy, man. Like what these guys are talking about.
Oh yeah, they'll think of anything. They'll get creative real quick if you change the rules on them. They'll get creative and see how they can get advantage, just like you talk about, because they're going out there, they're competing, and hopefully they do it in a good manner so we can actually hit the ball and have a fun time as well, not just them.
Right.
So Trey, to me, it sounds like you're happy that they decided to do this midstream.
Not necessarily. I think it got out of hand. I think that there's better ways to do it, in the sense that, everybody could have something that's similar, so nobody's got an advantage on, too far one way or the other, and everybody feels comfortable with something. But I don't necessarily love that they did necessarily in the middle of the season, or and kind of sprung it on them a little bit. I think there should be a little bit of adjustment period so that nobody gets hurt. I don't want to see injuries. I don't want to see guys feel like they don't have the right things to stay healthy or whatever it may be. And, I'm not a pitcher, so I'm just kind of spitballing from things that you hear from people all over the place. But I think there's better ways to do it and safer ways to do it, and more competitive, friendly ways to do it for the sport in general. And I think we'll get there eventually, but who knows how we get there or when and whatnot.
But that's the problem here, guys. And Miggy, I know that you're a player rep. Trey, are you a player rep?
Sort of.
Max, what does that mean?
Max is on the high up board, so I'm kind of like the alternate type player rep. So yeah.
So my question is this: we all knew it was a problem. Everybody, players, pitchers, hitters, fans, executives, GMs, managers, bat boys, everybody knew it was a problem. Why didn't y'all just sit down at the table and be like, guys, we have an issue. Let's stop it, so that we don't get to this embarrassing point where we're putting pitchers through TSA checks in the middle of games. Why? Like, couldn't that have happened at some point, Trey and Miguel? I want both your thoughts on this.
I'm gonna be a little short. I don't know if it's that easy. I don't know and I don't know how much we necessarily could have dictated.
We meaning the players?
Yeah, I guess the players.
Got it.
So, Miggy can speak on it a little bit better than me, but I just feel like it was never going to be just our decision. If that's a good way to put it. I feel like there's other people that were going to have influence on these things, not just players.
Yeah, and I feel like this rule was already in the books, right? Mm-hmm. So we know we're facing a CBA coming up, for 2022, and so that's something that it was going to be discussed for sure. But I mean, in regards of like a lot of players and personnel from teams, it's not just players. The teams are hitting coaches are like getting back balls early in the year in April with the ball full of pine tar, ball full of whatever it was. I don't know. I didn't know the system of the spider tag until this year, like that stuff. You seen videos on social media, on YouTube or whatever. You seen like heavy lifters, this guy, the strongest man in the world, they use that to hold those big balls and stuff like that, and they put it on their arms, then you're seeing stuff like that and you get frustrated because it's not just the regular pine tar and rosin or the sweat and the sunscreen. It's getting out of hand, and that's why it's really hard for us to say something when pitchers and position players don't want the same thing at that time. You want that thing to stop, but at the same time you want pitchers to have a little bit of something so they can grip the ball, right? Yeah, but when you ask for when you're gonna ask for that thing in the middle. So like Trey was saying, for me, it wasn't the right thing to do it in the middle of the season. But what we're gonna have, man, a 210 batting average if we don't stop,
Yeah.
It's embarrassing. It was embarrassing for the entire sport.
I'm with Miggy too. I don't think I necessarily paid attention or realized how much it got out of hand. I didn't necessarily know about the spider tack until, the beginning of this year. And so that's where it's tough is, I think as players, we don't necessarily, care for them to have nothing because we want them to know where the ball's going. We don't want to get hit. We don't want injuries, whether it's a hitter or a pitcher. So we don't want all that, but we also, we can't have a 210 batting average. We can't be striking out all the time and being like, wow, this guy's just really nasty. But, if he's using something, then that's just not right. So there's got to be a middle ground. And I think players can get there. It's just going to take some time and a little bit of cooperation on the other side for that to happen.
So I have to admit, I laughed the next day after Scherzer's thing, and they showed a shot. I think it was he and Zimmerman, and they're all looking at Harper, your former teammate, and saying, check his hair. Oh, yeah. What would we find if we did check Bryce Harper's hair?
That's a good question. I don't know if it'd be 1, 2, or 3 different kinds of hair gel, but there's definitely something in there. You don't get that flow and that style without some wax or some gel or whatever it may be. So, I thought that was pretty good, and it's good for the umpires to laugh at it too.
Totally.
They don't want to necessarily be doing this and to have that interaction and just mess around with the other team and the umpires a little bit. I think it's good for everybody, and we can kind of have a good laugh.
No, you definitely can. Do you remember the first time you met Harper? Were you in awe?
I don't know about awe, but it was weird. You see this guy on Sports Illustrated when he's 16 and he's an MVP, so young and whatnot. Well, actually, I kind of met him in the MVP year in 15, and I guess I was in awe of the play. Man, in 15, he was hitting everything, backside homers. It was so special to watch. He was just lights out, and you can tell why he was a good player. And it was cool to see him, be so good at such a young age. And it was fun playing with him. And now I don't like competing against him because he's been hitting homers against us, and he's got those guys in Philly, looking dangerous. So we got to take him seriously. But it was fun playing with him, and I enjoy him. He's a good friend now and good dude.
You have any good interaction with him, Miggy?
Oh yeah. Same, Bryce has been playing in the same divisions since I get to the big leagues, and playing against guys like him, you always create a relationship, even when you don't even realize, we play almost in the same complex, we're in Jupiter, these guys are in West Palm, and you play against them like every single time, and you face him like 19 times in a year. And I got to a point where, like I'm a shoe collector, and I like to have like a lot of shoes. And last night I was wearing Mookie Betts shoes in Philly. When I got to Philly the last time, I asked Bryce if I can have some of his signature shoes so I can wear them and put him out there. So yeah, we created a little bit of relationship, and I always been a fan, And something that I want to ask Trey, how was it playing in the outfield with him? Because I know.
Oh yeah,
you're becoming you're already an all-star. For me, you're already an all-star shortstop. This year, you deserve to go over there. And I mean, what you've been doing throughout the years has been amazing. But knowing that you play in the outfield with him, how was that? And how was the experience to go play center field? Just because Ian Desmond, I think, was a shortstop at the time, but then coming back to shortstop, how was that?
Yeah, it was different. I was sandwiched between Bryce Harper and Jason Worth, which were two bona fide big leaguers, and I was out there just like learning my way basically. But he actually gave me his glove, so I didn't have an outfield glove when they told me that I need to play outfield. I didn't have an outfield glove, so he gave me one of his backup gloves. So I played, I don't know, 30, 40 games with his glove out there. So he kind of took me under the wing, I guess, even though I was probably, he might be older than me, or we might be the same age. I don't know, but he kind of took me under his wing, him and J-Dub, and just kind of gave me the confidence to go out there and play. Because we've always wanted to win here. We don't necessarily care who does what, where, when. We just want to win, and those guys helped me out a lot. And they're basically said, if you're out here, have the confidence to go after the ball and communicate and this and that. And it was short lived, thank God. I'm glad I'm back on the dirt, but.
Room service?
I don't know what that is.
Answer it. Let's see.
Maybe. Hey, I hope this is a call from Dave Martinez giving in an off day.
The day off. Let's see who it is.
Why can't
you got to hit the line one?
Oh, it was line two.
Go on.
I guarantee it was one of those people. They probably say, "Would you like your roommate up today, sir?"
I'd like what Miggy said. That would be nice little off day, spa day. Kick my feet up, watch some good baseball.
When was the last time that happened? Because I don't think I've seen that often.
Last year, I've played everyone this year. Last year, maybe this third or fourth last day. I had one off day last year, so it's been a minute. But that's the beautiful thing is like, I could really use an off day and just relax a little bit. But I also love just going out there and playing. And it feels like, to me, the off day feels weird. It's like, I don't know, maybe I should be playing today. I don't want today off. So it's that balance. And I'm lucky enough to have been healthy. Like you're saying, it's been a while, so I can't complain. I've been healthy, and that's all you can ask for in a long season. And that it's just feeling good and competing with the boys.
And that's the goal. I think, Chris, I just want to say something for all the kids that watch the show and enjoy these moments this is so important. A premium position guy who can really go out there and play every single day. That should be your goal for kids. You're gonna see numbers happening just because of that. Because if you don't play every day, you probably miss on a 2-homer day, or you probably miss a 5 RBI day, or you miss a 0-for-4 with 3 strikeouts, like you don't even know. But this is something that is important for me. Playing every single day is something that I respect so much. So a good example for the kids watching the show.
That's why we love Miggy Rowe, man. He's a teacher on top of everything else, dude. Just
to piggyback that real quick, is that's kind of how I think is, if you go out there and compete and don't give anything away, those numbers will take care of itself. Yep. So you got to go out and have fun. And at the end of the year, whatever the numbers are, they are. But you can say that you went out there each and every day, had fun, competed, and tried to take pride in that.
Very good. Good lesson. So listen, you like to have fun. People see that maybe one of the best parts of your game is you're so even keel that you really don't change, except when you try to steal home against North Carolina. By the way, first of all, you were safe.
I know. Secondly, I was safe.
Are you still chapped about this?
Yeah, the umpire's back is towards home plate. He's not even watching the play. I don't know how he could be convinced that I was out because his back was towards home plate. I was safe. I'm butthurt about it. I'll never let it go. That was my last college game ever played.
Oh,
Wow.
And we lost by 1 run. It was 4-3. I tried stealing home, clearly. It would have been 4-4. And the game ended 4-3. I don't know if we won. I'm not sure. But that was the last college game I ever played. We were the playing game to the ACC tournament. So if we won that game, we would have played more ACC tournament games and maybe made the postseason. But we didn't win that game. So yes, I'm a little sour about it. But hey, it worked out.
Miggy, you would have been an awesome college player. You would have been the guy hopping over the rails, having so much fun.
Oh, yeah. I could see it.
Totally.
Yeah,
You would have been
I mean,
great.
I don't know. I would love to because I mean the competition there and the fire of the players is amazing. You know, like you always see guys. I mean, I got to United States when I was like really young, right? I was like 18 years old, but these guys are already playing like in front of 30,000 fans. You know, like it's amazing the atmosphere that you live there. You know, like I mean, some schools when you made it all the way to Omaha, which is what you see on TV, but you don't see like the backdrop. I didn't know that all the college thing happens, you know. But yeah, I think I would have been a really energetic college player for sure.
You would have been great. Yeah, you would have been great.
You and Rodon were there at the same time, right?
Yep. Me, Rodon. We've had a bunch of people drafted. Andrew Kisner as another one. He went there, but we've had a ton of people drafted. I think it's just us three right now, but they're a good program, man. They compete and they have fun there, so it's good stuff.
Well, let's just say it was a good stop on the tour for you because you ended up meeting your bride Kristen there,
yeah.
who is a Division I college athlete, a gymnast. Now, I imagine you went to plenty of gymnastics meets over the years. Mm-hmm. Those things are insane.
Unbelievable. They're so much fun to watch. I mean, I guess you watch the Olympics when you're younger and you kind of watch the gymnastics because it's really popular, but learning about the sport and what's good and what's not good and what you're looking for. And now knowing the sport a little bit, it's a lot of fun to watch and I enjoyed it. So I definitely went to my fair share over the years, but she might be more athletic than me. She's got that bounce.
What was her specialty?
She did 3 of the 4 events. She did bars, beam, and floor, but she was always pretty good at the bars, which makes no sense to me because that's the most terrifying. So I don't understand that one, but that's what she was best at.
Miggy, you guys just had a daughter, didn't you, in the spring?
Yeah, she's 5 months now. She's actually I can hear her crying, and I was my wife just went out with my older son, so to do some checkups on the doctors, but I just sent her a message, hey, you need to come back because she's crying so hard. So I need to finish this episode right here. I need your help. But yeah, man. I mean, you always. I feel like that's the dream, right? Like, I mean, have your daughter when she grew up, like to do some kind of sports, And I think that what his wife is we're doing in college. I mean, it takes a lot of physicality and all the stuff. I can even. I mean, I barely can do a pull-up. So can you imagine doing all that in the bars? So, I mean, respect.
Very cool. And she's now a mommy. This was your first Father's Day, correct?
Yep. First Father's Day. Thank you. First Mother's Day. We got a 4-month-old, and he's funny. He cracks me up. He's going through all his phases. So you think you figure him out. You're like, all right, he's doing this now. I got him. And then he's on to the next one. So I think he's either teething now or about to be teething. So it's getting to that stage, but he's been awesome. It's been so much fun and we've enjoyed it a lot. It's a lot on her when we're on the road, as Miggy probably knows. Mm-hmm. And I feel a little bit bad during the season, but in the off season, it'll be a lot of fun to get to be there, a lot and, get to basically do everything with him. So I'm looking forward to it and trying to have some fun.
Yeah, dude, soak in that sleep on the road.
Oh yeah. Always.
Oh,
always.
Before we let you go, we're going to spin the wheel of moderately interesting things. Land on a category. I'll have you both answer. Didn't think you were coming on a game show, did you, Trey?
No, I didn't.
Oh, here's a good one. Did you tell? Tell us about why you picked the number that you have on your uniform. Trey, you can go first, and then Miguel.
Well, so they just kind of gave me number 7, but I like the number 7, and it was the first number I ever wore when I was a kid, like travel ball. When I got my first uniform, I was number 7. So it kind of fit. I've always liked the number 7. After 2015, I was up for a month. They tried changing it to 4. And I was like, no, I like number 7. And they were like, but you were 4 in the minor leagues. I'm like, they just randomly gave me that 4. Like, I didn't want 4. They just gave me that too. So I was like, no, go back to 7. So I'm 7, and I enjoy it. I like it.
7 is a good number to debut with, because I was number 7 too. The first
a little bit higher.
Yeah, the first spring training number that they gave me with the Dodgers was 72, and then I got called up and I say, "Hey, you want to keep the same number? Or you want to go down to 45?" I say, "You know what? I don't care. I don't even care about 45. So give me that 72." So yeah, for me, number 19 always been represented by one guy, Marco Scutaro. So that guy actually made a really good living in baseball. And that guy played in Venezuela with the team in Winter Ball that I follow. So he was like a batting champ. He always played a really good shortstop and second base. You know, I felt like I was that kind of player. You know, when I was in the minors. You know, even when I play shortstop every day, I knew my path it was going to be a little bit different because I never was a big prospect. I probably going to have an opportunity to play all around the field. And then at Scutaro, like when I was getting to the big leagues in 2013 or whatever, before I got my called up, Scutaro won the MVP on the division series or something like that.
Yeah, the NLCS, I think.
And then NLCS, and he went crazy, and they won the championship. And I mean, it was an easy pick for me, number 19. For sure.
Nice. Yeah, there's that iconic shot of Marco Scutaro in the rain, looking up during the playoffs during the Giants run. It was really cool. Hey, Trey, it was a blast getting to catch up with you. We hope to see you in Denver at the Midsummer Classic, because if there's a guy that's deserving to get there, it is you. So go vote. And
thank you.
There
we go.
Yeah, you're never far from my heart.
I already bought it.
Yeah. I had the NC State version too against North Carolina, but you're not touching the base. It's very weird.
Wow, that's low blow. That's a low blow.
By the hey, you were safe. If I were the umpire, I wouldn't have turned my back on you. You have to know that.
Right here. We need a little bit of this.
Replay. Trey, I hope you had fun, man. It was great hanging out.
I had a blast. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. I'll see you in a little bit, Miggy.
See you later, brother.
You know, it's so interesting, Miggy. He's one of those guys that because he's so quiet, you don't realize how damn good he is.
Yeah, Trey, the thing is, like, he don't want the attention, you know, like you can hear it there when he was talking about playing center field for the team. All he wants is win, you know, and it shows. He plays with a broken finger in 2019. Now, a lot of people don't realize how hard that is, you know, coming back in the middle of the season with a finger all tape up and you know, being a big part of a championship team and being a shortstop for them that year that they won the championship. That's something that's a player that you want on your team. So I really enjoy playing against him, and I always gonna share for a guy like him, because he don't want the extra attention. He just want to go out there and play.
By the way, what a great group of shortstops you have in this division, right? Between the two of you, Swanson, Didi when he's healthy. It's been a crappy year for that. And then Frankie. That is an amazing group of shorts. It's the best of any division, far and away.
I believe so too. You know, like playing in the National League is elite, you know?
Yeah.
When you play in this division, you see so many good players, you know, pitchers, power hitters, shortstops, great catchers. I mean, it's a good division. I enjoy playing here because I know when it's all said and done, I would say I play in one of the best divisions in baseball. Yeah. I mean, not just because of my team, because of the teams that you have to face 19 times, you know, I think that have some value on a player for sure.
Yeah. Now, people in the National League West who are fans of the National League West might be sitting at home saying, well, hold on. We got pretty good shortstops in our division, too. And Seager's healthy and Tatis and Story and Crawford and Nick Ahmed. That ain't bad,
100%.
too. That's good.
That's crazy. Check the all the shortstop that they're gonna be free agents next year.
I know.
So that class is gonna be really, really excited.
I know. Should be good.
They're all having a good season. So.
By the way, so I noticed that you're wearing the Rose rotation. I'm going to do a quick wardrobe change here. This is my fault.
Yeah.
Should have been wearing this all show, but I didn't want to make.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Look what came. So.
Show the back. Show the back so that people can see that you had your on. Yeah.
Can you see that?
There you go. Chris Rose, number 14.
Yeah.
Nice.
We asked Digitel, and so people might be wondering, well, why 14? Pete Rose was my favorite player when I was growing up, even though he all the way downstate. I'm from Cleveland. He played, most of his career in Cincinnati, and I just love the way that he played. So that's why I've always worn number 14, and I appreciate it. It fits great. Now, I want to apologize. I didn't do my homework.
See, that's the thing. Like the other day, I heard you talking good about Stephen Brawl, that he's being a really good student. So now you're gonna have to for the next episode, you have to give me a video of you.
What? So here's the thing. Sometimes when you don't turn your assignment in on time, you have to kind of plea with the teacher.
Yeah.
And even though Mrs. Rose is really I got to run this past you since, well, we're going to a baseball tournament in Arizona.
Okay.
It'd be nice and cool, maybe 115 degrees. Nice. I was going to wear your jersey one day at one of the games and then ask all of the fans around there if it helped me look a little more swaggy. So so that I was kind of saving it for Arizona. Can I get an extension on my homework?
Oh, that 100%. Yeah. I mean, for the next episode, I can't let it sleep anymore.
No, I can't either.
Have to be on top of your game there.
Yeah, but I want to thank you so much because I mean, everybody at home is probably like, "My God, Chris, he knocked 10 years off your life. You're looking good. Like you almost look like a major leaguer."
That jersey is good, man. It's really nice, and
hot.
it's a good one. It's a good one to keep. Like
Hell
I don't know how many years we're gonna play with this jersey. And it's gonna be a good one to keep. And if you want to frame it one day, it's gonna be good.
I'm wearing this bad boy. You kidding me? But I was going to offer you a homework assignment if you want.
What do you got for me?
So you get to play your old buddies, the Los Angeles Dodgers again. I think they come to Miami in early July.
Okay.
And so maybe if you want to just take a picture, do you have an opportunity to take a picture with one of your old buddies?
Yeah, I can take a picture with one of them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell our photographer. So
yes,
I just need to find the right guy. Though I feel like I don't know. It's probably gonna be Justin Turner.
Yeah.
Or maybe Bellinger. If Bellinger is back, I would like to take a picture with Belly. So
yeah,
definitely.
Bellinger always looks like he just woke up. Whenever he does an interview, always looks like he just rolled out of bed. Hair's all over the place. Eyes are like this. Like. That's good.
I'm gonna try to get Belly or JT on a picture for sure.
That's awesome. Well, listen, dude, I know you got to get rolling to the park here. I appreciate you giving us another hour of your time. People love you on the Chris Rose rotation. Hey, when you were doing your minor league assignment, how many people were yelling from the stands? Hey, we love you on the Rose rotation.
They did in Charlotte, especially in Charlotte. I went to play in Charlotte, like really nice city, like the ballpark is right there next to the Hornets and the Panthers stadium. And I mean, a lot of people more than like whatever you can think of, especially here in Miami too, like guys are always like telling me, hey, we love you in the Rose rotation. Keep doing a great job. And I'm glad. And I gonna keep saying it. Continue to listen, great stories. And in this one, hopefully you like the stories that we talked to you guys about a minor league, Trea playing center field, playing other positions, playing every day, I mean, that's something that guys want to know more, a little bit more than just talking baseball and.
Oh, of course. And by the way, how much money would I have to pay you to rub your fingers through this palo?
Oh my God.
No?
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I'll do it. Just not after 5 innings of pitching, you know.
I am a sweatmonger. I'm the worst. Michelle wants no part of me after I work out. She's like, "Go beat it. Get out. See you." You're gunner. You know what? You should wear the Rose rotation, during early BP one day.
You know what? I'll take it to a field. And
Yeah.
I will wear it one of these days for sure. I haven't taken it to the field. That's why I haven't wear it. But I will. So they're probably going to be taking pictures and I'll post it later.
Represent, bro. Great catching up with you. Best to the family. We appreciate the time as always. Go take care of that crying daughter. That's the number one duty out there.
She's doing better. I think she fell asleep. So.
Oh, she fell asleep. God, That's such a good daughter. Daddy's girl already. I love it. Want to thank everybody for tuning in to the Chris Rose Rotation, a production of JOMBOY Media. Special shout out to our guys Robbie Scirocco and Alden Stone, who put it all together and make it sing. We will see you next time. Thanks for hanging out.